Channel 98.9 FM, Corry's Radio Alternative. This is Silvis, and with me in the studio today is Kelly Way. How are you, Kelly?
I'm fine,
Thanks for coming in today. And, I've been trying to get together with you for quite some time, and I'm glad we finally got a chance to do it today. I wanted to bring you in because you are the host of the open mic night up at the Fork and Barrel Restaurant on Saturdays, correct?
Correct.
And we want to tell people a little bit about that and let them know what that's all about and how they can get involved too. But before we do that, I see you have your guitar here.
I sure do.
So I think we should just open this up with one of your great songs. So why don't you tell us what you're going to play?
Thank you. I'm gonna play one of the first songs I ever did write. It's called Fly Away.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
It's a little pathetic love song, but I think everybody who writes songs has one of those.
At least one.
Standing here outside your heart seems like forever, just waiting behind the gate for you to let me enter. I felt too hard, I tried too much, I thought the day would come when you would see you were meant for me and this could all be done. Well, now I see that'll never be, and you should see it's not killing me. See, everything with a grain of salt in it sometime turns out to be better than you dreamed it'd be in yesterday's reality. So I'll fly away, fly away, I'll fly away to a place my new love can stay. Take me through your window now, fly me to the moon. I'll go with you willingly, anywhere you choose. Inside out and upside down, round and back again. Come on, take this broken heart and make me feel at home again. And I'll fly away, fly away, fly away to a place my new love can stay. Take me through your window now. I'll go with you willingly, anywhere you choose. Just fly me away, fly me away, fly me away to a place we both can stay. Fly me away, just fly me away, fly me away to a place we both can stay.
All right, that sounds great. That's Fly Away.
Yeah,
very
thanks.
nice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's great. I love that song.
I wrote it when I was a younger, more foolish person. I'm much wiser now.
Well, I'm glad you are. We're talking with Kelly Way. She's the host of the open mic night, Saturdays at 6 o'clock at Fork and Barrel Restaurant. Well, listen, what I want to talk about first, I want to talk about you.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about, your musical background, when you got started, what you're doing now is musically speaking, and tell our audience a little bit about you.
Okay, well, my name is Kelly Way, and I grew up in this town.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated from Corry High School in 1993, and I actually was part of the chorus there under Mr. Brunswick. And he and Miss Mix, who was also the junior high choral director, they really got me excited and taught me the most I know about reading music and that sort of thing, singing with a group. And then I went to college after that and kind of forgot about music there for a split second. And somebody gave me a guitar And a lot of people in my family play the guitar. All of my uncles do, and many of my cousins and my grandfather did, and even my grandmother. So
you have a very musical family.
Yeah, so I thought maybe I ought to try to see if I can make this thing work. And that was my junior year in college, I think. Anyway, it almost became my last year in college because it took a lot of my attention. That's for darn sure. But by golly, through the grace of God and tablature, I learned how to make some noise come out of the thing.
Yep. Well, you're doing great. Yep.
Thanks.
What have you been doing since college?
Oh, yeah. Well, I lived in Connecticut for 12 years, 15 years maybe.
Okay.
I worked as an environmental educator and a camp director / nature center director for those years.
Nice.
Yeah, it was wonderful, a really wonderful time of my life. And I hosted an open mic there in a little town called Chester, Connecticut. Quaint, beautiful little place by a little brook.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, it really was. Anyway, I was a terrible guitar player at that time, but I still enjoyed what I was doing, and I enjoyed being in front of the microphone and getting people excited to share the talents that they had.
Right.
So even though I was just a measly, barely rhythmic person with a guitar, I could, get people who actually had some talent to come up and do the real stuff. So I did that for about 8 years and got a little bit better every time, and came back home to Corry, PA, and started playing with my uncle at the auction house, at Cox's Auction House. We do a little pre-auction music there. So I started playing with him and really, really getting the rust off, and started to play. I played the open mic at the Library Bar and Grill a couple of times. That was a really nice venue. I loved doing that. Yeah. And I met a lot of people. I mean, this area is no stranger to talented musicians. I mean, I call this place the Nashville of the North, and it shows. I mean, there are so many talented musicians here. I started going to Todd's Musical Petting Zoo on Maple Avenue, and I met a lot of just encouraging and fun-loving people who wanted to share music with anybody who would listen. Yep,
we've talked to Todd.
Great.
Yep.
So I met Perry Nichols and Heidi Harding there, and we decided we wanted to play together, and we formed a trio. We call ourselves Triple Fret. We've played for Winterfest a few times, and we've played at various open mics in the area, and the North Hills golf course we've played. We've played in the park for the farmers market. Oh boy, we're just everywhere.
You're very busy. Yes.
So I really enjoy playing with those two there.
Tell us a little bit more about open mic night.
Yeah. So the open mic show is what I call it. It is an authentic open mic night at the Fork and Barrel, which is the old country club here in town. It's a beautiful setting, especially in the summertime. I enjoy when we do our music outdoors, right on the golf course is right there, and it's beautiful. You'll have deer coming up to the trees, and it's just lovely. But as an authentic open mic, it means that anyone is welcome to come share the stage. So I usually put a Facebook message out and try to remind everybody that it's happening. And I usually try to have a featured performer who will get about a half an hour set. And anybody else who wants to show up with an instrument can come and sign up, or just kind of first come, first serve. And you'll get to play 4 or 5 songs, depending on how many people show up. It's not just for musicians, though. I keep trying to get a juggler there. I mean, the open mic show is set up so that it should be more like a variety show, if you want it to be.
Sure.
You could have a poet there. You could have an interpretive dancer. Anything.
Doesn't have to just be musicians.
No. Please come and bring your talent to our show, and we will showcase you.
So for those listeners that don't know when the open mic night is, why don't you tell them when they can head up there and check it out?
Sure thing. Every Saturday between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. at the Fork and Barrel, Corry, PA.
So if you just want to come on out and check it out, it's Saturdays at 6 o'clock. And if you want to get involved as far as performing, what should folks do?
You can just show up there.
Okay.
That's fine.
So they don't need to contact you ahead of time, just show up with themselves and whatever instrument they may have?
That would be just fine. If you know who I am and you want to contact me, I don't have any problem with that.
Okay.
You can contact me through Facebook. I have a Facebook page for the Open Mic Show. It's called the Open Mic Show.
Great.
Friend me.
There you go. So check that out on Facebook, the Open Mic Show. We're talking with Kelly Way. She's the host of the Open Mic Night, Saturdays at 6 o'clock at Fork and Barrel Restaurant. We're going to have you play another song in just a moment, but before we do that, I see you have your guitar. We know you play that. Do you play any other instruments?
Not well. No. I try. I can fiddle around on... You might think I'm going to say a violin, but I'm not. A piano, and I am learning the mandolin right now. But
oh, nice!
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Oh, and the bass guitar. How could I forget that? That's what I really want to be when I grow up. I want to be a bassist. Yes.
When you grow up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
thanks.
I want to hear it when you grow up.
Okay. I will bring it to
All
you.
right. How would you describe your sound, Kelly?
I used to call myself chick with guitar. But now I'm a middle-aged woman with guitar. So I don't really know. It's folky, definitely folky. But I love rock, and I love. I'm starting to have an appreciation for some early country music, but that's not what I started. My ears went first to rock, and then folk music, women with guitars.
We were talking earlier about a project that you're trying to get off the ground. Tell people about that.
Well, I'd like you to keep your ears open for a podcast that's coming out. It has had a number of names. I believe it's going to be called Kelly's Way, but we'll see how that goes. It's about our region. It has history involved. It has live interviews. It will have catchy jingles about local and regional businesses. And did I say it'll have music? It's going to be about music. So stay tuned.
Okay. More information coming on that. That sounds exciting.
Thank you.
What do you say? Let's do another song.
Okay. This song is called The Town That Time Forgot, and I did write it about Corry, PA, but I didn't want people to really get sad about the town and get mad at me.
It sounds like it may be realistic.
Yeah, it is realistic, and it's not just our town. It's
the region.
Yes, the region. So, let's get in the right key here. In the town that time forgot, faded paint and broken brick represent one city's journey to progress. Men on the railroads made of steel, men on the fields, they're strong women so real. Strong women so real. In the town that time forgot, based on the dreams of our grandfathers' plans, with honorable hearts and strong, strong hands, the little city grew and it bustled, and it spewed and sputtered. No one thought it would ever end. And so it was time for the suns, the shining of the suns. The mills were red hot, the fields were lush and green. There were so many children in the yards to be seen. No one thought it would ever end. But it all just seemed to disappear. time was fading away, and progress was marching away. Now, in the town that time forgot, across the railroad tracks, a string of cracked bars, their shining signs, like beacon lights, will usher in their army tonight. Each warrior will tell his tale. Battle-hardened and glorious, they cheer and they roar, for their victory is tonight. Their victory is tonight, in the town that time forgot. In the town that time forgot, you can hear their battle cries. In the town that time forgot. In the town that time forgot.
Wow, that is excellent. The town that time forgot. Sort of an introspective editorial, I would say, on your hometown, huh?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I was a little nervous singing it here, because I wrote it for the people of this town, and it kind of came to realization while I was singing it that, holy cow, they're going to hear it. Now they're going to hear it. Mm-hmm. It's not just me singing it to the crickets.
Well, I think there's a lot of truth in what you're singing there, and there's nothing wrong with knowing the truth.
Right. Truth shall set you free.
Because, you have to know where you are before you can get to where you want to be. An excellent song.
Thank you.
Great. Very nice. We're talking with Kelly Way. She's the host of the Open Mic Night, Saturdays at 6 o'clock at Fork and Barrel Restaurant. All right, before you go, let's talk about what's coming up. You've got the Open Mic Night tomorrow night. That's Saturday night at 6 o'clock at the Fork and Barrel Restaurant.
That's right.
And how can people get more information about you and what's going on and what's coming up?
You can follow me at the Open Mic Show Facebook page. So if you're interested in what I do as an individual artist, you can find out there. Mm-hmm. I always post where I'll be there. You can also follow my trio, Triple Fret, there. And I keep tabs on a lot of local musicians. So if you're just interested in who's playing where, follow me.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Kelly.
Thank you.
We'll see you around. Thanks for stopping in.
It was my pleasure. Thanks so much.